It may look very sunny, but it's actually raining outside, so... Craig the Craig is a show about a boy named Craig and his two friends, Kelsey and JP, as we follow their adventures of exploring the nature of their nearby creek. After watching every single episode of the show, and I mean every single episode, I've compiled a tier list for a placement for every episode. Welcome to a near season channel where I go over my favorite Craig the Creek episodes called Creek Dynamacy. Yeah, so basically, like, this series is like where I go over my favorite Craig the Creek episodes. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you have to enjoy these episodes. Just this is my personal opinion, and I like these episodes, and I won't be going over episodes that probably people like but I have really strict opinions on how to rank a Craig the Creek episode. If it's like if it's bad and makes me like say, oh my god, I don't like it. But if it's actually really good and like it's really good for first opinion, then it's my favorite. Like, for example, a good example of this is like the episode Fall Anthology. It's good at the beginning, but there are some elements to it that there are some elements to it that kind of make it not as good as to get like a perfect score. So yeah. So let's start. The first Creek Creek episode I will be covering will be the episode Power Punchers. You've definitely heard of this episode because it's definitely like, I think it's one of the most fan favorite episodes. So, the description for Power Punchers reads, Craig is tired of losing to his dad Duane at the game Power Punchers. He ends up getting help from David of the Elders of the Creek in learning how to master his favorite character, Admiral Inker. However, Duane begins to pick up on Craig's sudden improvement of his skills and challenges him to a rematch. Okay, now I will go over what I liked about the episode. First off, I really like how Power Punchers was like a play on the old Super Smash Bros. Games, like Melee, or the original, considering that like Elder David mentioned that it was from the 90s. The way I picture it to the early Smash Bros. Games is because the limited character selection, there only being 8 characters and all, and also because it looks mostly pixelated like the old Smash Bros. Games were. But actually, according to the Craig the Creek wiki page, Power Punchers is actually based on a real-life game for the Sega Dreamcast called Power Stone, and Power Punchers is actually very similar to it when you like look at the graphics and stuff and the characters. I also like the characters in Power Punchers. My favorites being Sam, Uri, and Blastronaut, even though we barely even got to see Blastronaut. We also got to see another character in one of the shorts in the episode, Jessica Shorts, with the character being Puppernaut, which is kind of a weird name. There are also 2 characters that we didn't get to see yet, but I personally want to see someone use like the character on the far left because he looks awesome. He looks like an alien, like a one of those like gray like rocky like rough rocked villain like made of rocks. Okay, enough talk about the characters. Let's talk about something else. I also like how like they threw in KO from OK KO Let's Be Heroes at the end with KO being nicknamed Tiny Boxer. This actually kind of makes sense considering that OK KO and Craig the Creek were actually airing episodes around the same time. So if right after that episode OK KO comes in next, it's like basically telling you, hey, OK KO's up next, don't go away. Another thing I like is how Craig is like literally tired of losing to his dad like all the time, and is even willing to go as far as to training with Elder David to get better. But then his dad starts to catch on to his like new skills. I also like the final battle of Craig and his dad near the end, with Craig finally beating his dad using Admiral Inker's super move, Armada Destruction, and that's one of the most awesome that's one of the most awesome scenes ever, where Craig pulls off Armada Destruction, like literally takes the entire game. That's incredible. You should go watch the episode and you'll be blown away by how awesome that scene is. Let's see, where's the script? I also like how the characters' like super moves are similar to like the final smashes from like the Smash Bros. Game. You know, like that like little thing that like floats around, and like when like your character like absorbs it, you can like use like its final smash to like try and get the upper hand in the battle. I also found it funny that in one scene where Craig finishes his homework, he just like kicks down his chair and then runs downstairs to a dad who's tying Jessica's hair, and he says, "Hey, Poppy, fight me." And that's like, I remember when I first saw that scene, I like laughed so hard I probably went to the doctor. I'm just kidding, I mean go to the doctor. Okay, I think that's all for the things I like about the episode. Now onto the things I didn't like about the episode. Being honest, personally, this was an almost perfect episode, with very little things wrong with it. But go watch the episode for yourself, and you'll probably agree with me too. This is an almost perfect episode. But I guess there has to be at least one thing wrong with every Craig the Cricket episode. So just one thing I didn't like was Duane's speech to Craig near the end. After Craig finally beats his dad, Duane starts to feel sad and makes a speech about how Bernard used to play Power Punchers and made it sound like Craig was in the wrong for defeating Duane, when really Duane was actually was in the wrong for having like years of experience with the game and not letting his son like practice to try and get better and eventually beat him, and like too stubborn to like have him like train with someone else. Other than that, there's literally nothing else wrong with the episode. The episode Power Punchers is like a 99% almost complete perfect Craig the Creek episode, and I definitely recommend that you give it a watch if you haven't already. But like considering like if you go to the Wikipedia page and you scroll over down to like the Power Punchers episode, you can kind of see that as like a really high like viewpoint, so view like ratio. So yeah. The thing that makes this episode so good is like Craig's persistence and determination, just like in the title of the episode, in the video, to try and get better at the game without his dad noticing. Even to go as far as to train with Elder David, only to get caught. Because did you really expect Craig to get away scot-clean at the end? No, that's not how it works. So, I really love this episode, and my final ranking, like, for this episode is a 10 out of 10. Regardless of, like, that one, like, speech that, like, Duane gave at the end, which kind of was a little weird. It still does, everything else still, like, overshadows it. So, it's a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Okay, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to share this video with your friends. Also, please vote on my puzzle and straw poll. The link is in the description. And, yeah, my next video will be a Skylander video. I think it's like my first Skylander video since my first video back in 2018. So, it's supposed to be like a 2 or 3 year celebration. I started getting, like in, like, the past month, in the month of January, I started getting, like, more back into, like, Skylanders. So I was like, you know what? I should, like, do more Skylanders videos. In fact, like, when I first started my channel, I was originally going to make it, like, a quarter of, like, I was going to make it, like, a mixture of, like, Beyblade, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Skylanders. But then, I started, like, you know what? I'm thinking of, like, just, like, taking it out and, like, replacing it with, like, Minecraft or, like, reviewing kid shows. But now that I have, like, a clean schedule for, like, my video series, like, Thomas of Adventures, creating my Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters, yeah, my team for Pokemon Regions, I now have, like, a definitive placement for, like, my Skylanders videos. It'll be, like, the last video before the month either ends, or I have, like, or there's, like, another week where I can make, like, one or two, like, or maybe there's, like, another Monday or Friday where I can make, like, another, make one or two random videos. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.